My husband and I together have 6 kids. They range in age from 7 all the way up to 18. I love being a mom. It's the best thing in my life. I was baptized into the Mormon church when I was 18, and I got married when I was 19. And we were not happy in our marriage at all. I could have gotten divorced, but I didn't think it was the right thing to do. I didn't think that's what God wanted me to do. I went to every bishop we ever had, probably 5 or 6 bishops, and asked them for advice about my unhappiness in my marriage and our family not being happy. And every single one of them told me that that was my trial in life, that the next life would be worth it, and I just had to endure that pain of being unhappy in marriage. I did feel trapped, and I felt like I couldn't make that decision, I wasn't allowed to make decisions that would make me happy. I was doing some research for a young women's lesson that I was teaching, and I came across the story of another woman who had gotten married in the temple and had subsequently left the church, who was miserably married for the whole time she was in the church. And it was her exit story. And it was very interesting to read her story because after she left, she was able to be happy, and it hit home. It went right into my heart. And I tucked that away for a couple of years, but then later my husband brought home a book that was it was a historical accounting of Emma Smith. It was reading actual history that made me start to question in the first place. From that point, I prayed about what I read, and I prayed hard, and I fasted, and I went to the temple, and finally I went online and I started reading other people's stories of questioning their faith, and I read many stories of people going through the same process that I was starting to allow myself to go through, and it was instant. I knew that it wasn't true. I realized when I left that I became myself, and I was allowed to act for my own happiness. And so I ended my 15-year marriage, and I've never been happier. I got married 4 years ago to the man of my dreams. He's wonderful. He loves me in a way that I never knew people could be loved. And he has made me happier than I could have ever imagined. And I can't imagine still being in that place where I have to endure being in a marriage that makes me unhappy. I did not think that this type of marriage existed. I really didn't. And I have it now. My name is Heather. I am a nurse. I'm a mother. I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm an